Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something that feels like a fundamental shift in artificial intelligence. We're moving beyond AI that just talks or draws and looking at how it's finally learning to actually understand the world around it. I mean, we've all been there, right? You can have a conversation with a chatbot that feels, well, surprisingly human. You can ask it to write an email, maybe even a poem. It really feels like AI has gotten a handle on language. And it's not just about words either. AI can whip up these absolutely breathtaking images from just a few words of text, creating entire worlds we've never even imagined. But this is where we have to pause and ask the big question. Underneath all those fancy words and stunning pictures, does the AI really get what it's talking about? Does it actually understand the world it's describing? And that question gets right to the heart of what's been holding AI back. See, it's not an understanding problem, it's a prediction problem. These models are incredible at guessing what comes next, but that's just not the same thing as truly understanding why. So whether it's writing a sentence or painting a picture, the AI is really just predicting the next little piece of the puzzle, the next word or the next pixel. And that's exactly why it has no real intuition for things like physics or cause and effect. It's how you end up with these beautifully rendered but totally impossible images, like a person with 3 hands. The AI doesn't know it's wrong because, well, it doesn't actually know what a hand is for. So to really see where we're going, it helps to break down the AI landscape into 3 major approaches, what we call language, diffusion, and this exciting new category called world models. So first up, you've got your large language models, or LLMs. These are the masters of communication, absolutely brilliant at predicting the next word. Then you have the diffusion models. These are the artists, creating those amazing visuals by predicting the right pixels. They're both incredibly powerful for sure, but they're both stuck in that prediction game. But what if an AI wasn't trying to predict every little surface detail at all? What if it was built from the ground up just to understand the underlying rules of the world? Well, that's exactly where this new paradigm in AI is starting to emerge. And this table just lays it all out, crystal clear. Language models are great narrators, diffusion models are painters. But look at this. Neither really gets physics or cause and effect. And this is precisely the gap that world models, like this new one called VL JEPA, which by the way stands for Video Joint Embedding Predictive Architecture, are built to fill. Their purpose isn't prediction, it's understanding. So how in the world does an AI actually learn to, understand? Let's take a look inside the mind of a world model like VL JEPA. This is the absolute key. Instead of trying to guess every single pixel in the next frame of a video, VL JEPA tries to predict the meaning of what's going to happen. It's a total shift from predicting the surface to understanding the substance underneath. It does this using a concept called a latent space. Now, the best way to think about this is like the AI's own internal mental model, kind of like its own conceptual sketchbook. In this sketchbook, it's not drawing photorealistic pictures. No, instead it's jotting down the ideas, things like ball, gravity, bouncing, and learning how all those ideas connect. It's basically a compressed, abstract map of the world. And the way it learns is actually pretty brilliant. First, the model only gets to see a part of a video. Then it translates what it sees into its own internal language, that abstract representation in its latent space. And finally, it tries to predict what the rest of the video will be, not in pixels, but in that same abstract language. It's learning the essence of what's happening, not just what it looks like. So what does this all mean for the future of AI? Well, the really crucial point here is that VLGPAT isn't meant to replace models like LLMs. No, the future is all about creating an intelligent stack where these different kinds of AIs all work together. Yeah, this isn't some kind of AI deathmatch where one model wins. It's about building a hybrid system, a team, where each part plays to its own unique strengths, creating something way more capable than any single model could ever be on its own. So let's picture this AI dream team. At the very top, you have the LLM. It's the planner, the communicator. In the middle, you've got VL JEPA, the world model, the one that understands what's going on and predicts what's next. And at the bottom, a reinforcement learning agent acts as the hands, actually taking action in the world. It's like a brain with different regions all working together perfectly. It really just boils down to this, nice and simple. LLMs reason, VL JEPA understands, and RL acts. Each one has a critical job, and together they make up a much more complete and intelligent system. Okay, let's land the plane here. Why does this all matter so much? Let's bring it all together and see why this leap from just narrating the world to actually understanding it is such a game changer, especially for AI in the physical world. I mean, just think about the real-world implications. For a self-driving car to be truly safe, it can't just identify a pedestrian. It needs to anticipate where that person is going to be a second from now. A robot in a factory needs to understand that a falling box is an unexpected event that it has to react to. This is the kind of understanding that separates a clever chatbot from a truly safe and reliable AI. At the end of the day, the path to smarter, safer AI isn't about being a better parrot, just predicting the next word. It's about building systems that have a genuine, almost intuitive grasp of the world so they can act within it safely and effectively. And that leaves us with one big final question. We've watched AI learn to talk and draw like some kind of child prodigy, but by learning to actually understand the world, is this the moment that AI finally starts to grow up?